Your support means everything. Nearly 90% of people who watch haven't subscribed yet, and that's the one thing that helps us keep creating stories with heart and meaning. Hit subscribe, turn on the bell, and tell us in the comments which city you're tuning in from. Now, let me take you into a chapter of my life. Can what looks like a flawless marriage fall apart in an instant, without warning? Yes, it can. I lived through it, and here's how it unfolded. Violet and I had known each other since our school years. We were in neighboring classes and also next-door neighbors. Over time, the friendship grew into love, and later into something deeper. We were each other's first love. She waited while I served in the army, and after that we both attended college. Only once we had finished did we marry. One thing I've always been proud of, we funded the wedding ourselves. Neither of our families paid a cent. We wanted to build our future on our own terms. Kids? Not yet. We agreed that until we were at least 30, maybe 35, diapers and sleepless nights wouldn't be part of our plans. Instead, we focused on saving for a house. But when we applied for a mortgage, the bank turned us down. To keep moving forward, we decided to register the property under my father's name, just until we cleared the loan, after which it would be transferred to us. At the time, I felt like the luckiest man alive. Our incomes grew steadily, and we didn't feel pressured to pay off the mortgage quickly. We bought one car, then a second. Because I was self-employed as a programmer, most assets, cars, paperwork, even accounts, were put under my parents' names for convenience. Why not in Violet's? Well, she had no family left. Both her parents died in a devastating car accident on a wet road. That loss crushed her. It shook me too, because I had grown to truly love and respect them. It took Violet a long while to climb out of that grief, but eventually, we found our rhythm again. We never fought. Our relationship was calm, almost too calm, I sometimes joked. It felt uneventful, but steady. Until, out of nowhere, Violet snapped. She usually handled grocery shopping alone, pushing the cart and loading the car. I'd help now and then. One particular day, when I was pushing the cart toward the car, she suddenly exploded. "These bags are ridiculous. I could break my back," she shouted, wiping away angry tears. I tried to soothe her, but she pulled away. "If you'd just called me, I would have helped, and you could have managed this yourself for once." Her voice cracked with frustration. Then, without warning, she grabbed her bag and headed for the door. "Where are you going?" I asked. "I'm drained. I'll be at Aurora's for a while," she shot back, then stormed off. I stood there stunned. A tiny argument about groceries? No, I wasn't blind. Something deeper was going on, but I didn't press. I figured she'd open up when she was ready. Weeks dragged by. She didn't call. She didn't answer texts. By the third week, I gave up trying. Another 2 weeks passed in silence. Then one afternoon, Aurora, her best friend, showed up at my door. Aurora breezed past me with a sly grin, acting far too pleased with herself. I'd never liked her, and now I disliked her even more. "Did Violet send you?" I asked flatly. She pouted dramatically. "Nope, this visit's my idea." She dropped onto my couch, crossed her legs, and leaned back as if she owned the place. Before I could react, she suddenly leaned in and kissed me, her hand sliding toward my waistband. I jerked back, furious. "Get out!" I yelled. "You're an idiot," she snapped, folding her arms. "I was trying to save your marriage." Then she smirked and spilled everything. After losing her parents, Violet had tried to rebuild her confidence by joining a dating site. She'd gone on one date that spiraled further than she ever meant it to. Now, ashamed, she couldn't face me. Aurora suggested that if I cheated too, maybe we could reset things. She even winked, as if proud of her twisted logic. I cut her off. "Enough. Get out, and take Violet's things with you. Tell her to stay away from here." She laughed mockingly. "This isn't just your place. It's hers too." That's when I reminded her, this apartment belongs to my dad. That car Violet's been driving around? Mine as well. Leave the keys in the mailbox and don't come back. I shoved her out the door and slammed it shut. At first, I felt nothing. I'd grown used to Violet's absence. While she played the victim, I had my doubts, and now they were confirmed. Oddly, that made it easier. The divorce was quick. There wasn't much to divide. She kept calling, trying to talk, but I ignored her. When she refused to return the car, I threatened to involve the police. That did it. She threw the keys at me, spat a few bitter words, and that was the end of it. I never imagined my marriage would collapse this way, but it did. And life went on. If this story resonated with you, don't forget to hit like and subscribe.